Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical. Welcome to the early 2025 edition of my Dream Shop build. Last time I left you off, all of this was open. That gate wasn't done. This roadway here, that's like a provisional roadway that we've put in until we can, do some kind of concrete with pavers, something along those lines, is all, installed and ready to go. Let me get up here and show you the gate. We installed this column here, this gate that you see right here. So if you guys haven't checked out the last video, definitely check it out. But this whole part of the ground right here behind me was completely open. Okay, it was completely open, and we were building concrete culverts, extra heavy duty, and they're all embedded here now. We finished that work. Let me show you what this side over here looks like. So that's the mouth of the concrete culvert right there, and it crosses all under here. Let's go in and take a look. It crosses all through right here of this section that I'm gonna walk through, and we've really been prioritizing this giant gate behind me, 20 by 10 feet. Why have we been doing that? Well, really interesting. Just the other day, right down here, there's this long dirt road, and this is a really remote area, and a man was kidnapped, hauled off, and murdered just the other day. So the actual security of this compound is pretty important. We'll walk you through that, and I'll talk to you about exactly what we did. There's signs on here that say no trespassing, right? And those signs are required by law in order for me to be able to defend this property with lethal force, okay? So there's signs at all specific points of the property all over the place. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the guy that got right down here. There's a long dirt road that's my driveway, and there's a little corner store out there. We're here in the middle of the mountains. And the other day, Hilux, brand new Hilux, bunch of narcos pull up, grab the guy, throw him in the back, drive him over here to the little town, offed him. And in this area, there's very little police involvement. Police never got notified. Only the people that saw what happened know what happened. Pretty interesting, but that's why we've put this system. Now let me talk you through it. I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but this is a little system that I did here with basically a swale system where the water enters there. Then there's these really big concrete culverts here. I've got stainless steel tubing, which I'm going to put rebar to block anything from entering, or then once this is completely fenced in right here, that will prevent anybody from crawling through the culvert and entering into my property here. What we try to do is we try to keep both sides of the fence here completely clean. That's what we call a killing field. So if we have to be, shooting at targets moving into this area, then we do that. We're just doing, a little bit at a time. In the last video, I talked you through as we progress of trying to be frugal with our spending, how we went from wooden posts built into the ground all the way now to concrete posts in the ground 6 inches and then into the ground, 6 inches above the ground and then into the ground. Then a metal fitting, okay, and then wood from there up, which will last a very long time. Now we're gonna do a technique that they use often in Japan, which is actually burning the exterior of the wood that we have here. We've been doing burnt motor oil or used motor oil, and that's worked up to a point, but we're gonna continue along. So then we've got what looks like a road here. It's also a road, another entrance, but it's also an open space between the first fence line, which we've got barbed wire up to about 8 feet, and then the second fence line. So that gives us a second killing field for in the chances that we have to be defending the primary fortification with firepower. Then we have 2 opportunities. Hopefully the barbed wire will slow them down. We'll go through here next, and then we'll put razor wire, coiled serpentine along the barbed wire. So that'll be an area for slowing down any attackers, as well as a visual deterrence. Hopefully we won't get to that point. And then we move on up over here to the workshop itself, right? So we've got the one open field fence and then another fence around the workshop itself. So there's a double fence system, which is a security item that I recommend doing. And I'll walk this fence line here with you. So this is the barbed wire fence line on this side. We're also doing Mexican lilac, which is a natural plant that what you see that I'm bending these over like this. And that's because when a long-term solution is actually going to be a living fence there, which is another really cool, beautiful thing. And eventually these plants here will grow up into a canopy, and it'll be a really cool, beautiful entrance of that. You guys saw the Roman road system that we do for our swales, where we put large rocks, smaller, and then gravel. And then that's our swale for water running down. We have teak trees and cedar trees here in between the Mexican lilac, and that'll give added beauty. We're helping to repopulate some trees. And then, you know, this is our water system, because we have a rainy season here that's very heavy duty, lots of rainfall, and we prepare the property for heavy rainfall. That's the gate view down there. And then this is the view where you saw us on the last video, actually putting in all these fence posts that, and I discussed in detail the system between the interface of wood, concrete, and the metal interface in between. So here's a little cut through here that I have open still right now. Might close it off at some point, but this is the second gate here to enter the actual workshop. Welcome to my crib. And then we've got Zeus down here hanging out. He is a helper in the security department. And we've got the guys over here assembling a really cool item that came in, the rapid shelter, okay? They just assembled this in the time that I've been talking to you, so it's definitely a rapid shelter. 10 by 10 by 10, really cool, like I say. Let's go in there and take a look at that. They sent me this for review, and I'm really excited to be able to include this review into this video. Let's go check it out in the workshop. Right now we have a gravel path that I'm walking on. We're doing gravel. We're naturally sifting the gravel out of the mountains around us, bringing it in here one wheelbarrow at a time. And that's how we're doing that. This is the entrance to the shop here. It's a pretty cool, pretty big door. Little scrap metal job, but it's like 10 feet by 5 feet, I think. I like it, I made it. And then this is my office here. My office is pretty cool. You guys have seen my office in other videos, but that's the product display wall behind me. It's a little dirty right now. I've got some whiteboards and planning boards, a whole system of charging and battery banks up there. TV for the security system, my workstation, the computer there, and then this desk I built in a previous video. It's my inspection area. And then I actually just finished up putting in some rivets here that are all Bone Tactical exclusive rivets that we use in our knives, something that separates us from everybody else. We actually have several sizes of rivets. This is, you know, a ton of rivets. There's probably a couple $1,000s of rivets, definitely, very easily. A couple $1,000s of solid bronze brass rivets there, and they're pretty great. It's been a long day, guys. I'm a little tired. I've been working a lot recently, trying to get caught up with orders. So forgive me if I am maybe a little mixing and matching my thoughts here, if I can't keep the thoughts so direct, but I'm just doing a walk around and trying to get this out of the way for you guys. Also, I'm passionate about it and I really enjoy being able to make these videos, so I hope it comes out cool. We've got a huge wood storage area back there of exotic hardwoods. We've built this storage area up here for extra storage. In previous My Dream Shop build videos, we discussed the cabinets, okay? Solid steel vaults, heavy duty concrete walls, storage vaults. There's tons of those. And then behind me, like I say, we're gonna get to the tent. We're still finishing the second story floor. So we've got that literally 50% done. Got that halfway done. And then over here we have the rapid shelter that these guys are putting up. These cots are also from the same company. I will tag this guy where you can get this stuff from in the description below. So this will be linked in the description below, okay? Since we don't have the terrace completely finished, or this floor of the building here, we've only got, like I said, 50% of the concrete second story floor, first story roof done. This is really gonna come in handy because now we can work, we've been working under the forge, just either throwing a tarp up there or doing it in the sun, and it's hot, hot, hot. It's been a hot summer. And this over here is the forge, okay? We've got a couple anvils. Both of these came in for testing. This one in particular is Vever, and we've been really beating the crap out of it, and it's held up very well. We've made hundreds of knives on it at this point. And the beds are really cool. We've got some beds now, and the tarp is really cool, the roof thing. So this is gonna be awesome to be able to put this up and now be protected from the sun. It's a big deal. It's gonna be really nice. So shout out to the sponsor for this, Rapid Shelter, linked in description below. The cots as well, Mountain Summit Gear cots, linked in description below. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bone out.